You know how it can feel so chaotic, and it's just way too easy to feel completely disconnected from everything. Well, today, we're going to break down a really simple but honestly powerful framework from speaker Mel Robbins. It's designed to cut right through all that noise and help you find some clarity. So let's just dive right in.
Does this sound familiar? I mean, I think a lot of us can relate to this feeling. You're just so caught up in the day-to-day grind, the endless to-do lists and responsibilities, that you kind of lose touch with yourself and what actually makes you happy. It's that classic sign of burnout.
But what if the way back to clarity isn't some huge, complicated, life-changing overhaul? What if it's really just about pausing for a second and asking yourself the right questions? That's what this is all about. This framework is built on 5 simple questions that are designed to help you reflect, realign, and rediscover the wisdom that, let's be honest, you already have. Okay, so this first question, it's all about breaking through our usual automatic pilot responses and forcing a truly honest self-check-in.
It seems so simple, right? But seriously, think about it. When someone asks you this, what's your default answer? The whole point here is to just stop, take a real breath, and actually consider the question before you jump to that automatic response.
So yeah, this is all about moving past that knee-jerk "I'm fine" and actually putting a name to the real emotion. Are you overwhelmed? Maybe a little anxious? Are you actually feeling pretty content? Just acknowledging the truth of it, without any pressure to immediately fix it, that's the crucial first step.
And there's some real psychology behind this. The source material actually brings up clinical psychologist Dr. Lisa DeMoore, who points out that just the act of articulating our worries, literally getting them out of our heads, gives us relief. It makes whatever we're dealing with feel a little less lonely and, not so overwhelming.
So after that internal check-in, the next 2 questions shift our focus. We're going to look at 2 of the most powerful drivers of happiness, our relationships and our sources of joy.
This question makes you think about connection, doesn't it? It just brings the people who really energize you right to the front of your mind. It's a great reminder to not let those super important relationships just run on autopilot.
And listen, this isn't just some nice, feel-good idea. It is backed by some incredible data. An 84-year-long Harvard study, 84 years, found that strong relationships are literally the key to long-term health and happiness. Why? Because they protect our brains, they slash our stress, and they give us that vital sense of belonging.
Building on that, the third question is about pinpointing those small, accessible moments of joy. We often get so wrapped up in the big goals that we completely forget about the little things, like playing a board game with someone or just spending time in a garden, the stuff that truly lights us up.
And hey, if you're feeling totally burnt out and you can't think of a single thing, here's a really practical little exercise. The clues are right there in your own life. Just scroll through your phone's camera roll. It can remind you of a version of yourself that actually made time for hobbies or friends or just being creative.
All right, the final 2 questions. These are all about action. They're focused on removing the things that are draining our energy and, at the same time, intentionally creating opportunities for growth.
Come on, think about it. That one small nagging task that's just been sitting on your to-do list forever. Maybe it's making a dentist appointment or finally tackling that one messy drawer. These little things, they weigh on us way more than we realize.
This example from the source is just so specific because it's so relatable. It's almost never some massive project. It's usually a 10-minute task we've been putting off for months. And getting it done, it frees up a surprising amount of mental energy.
And now for the final question. This one is really an invitation to just break your routine. We have this habit of saving all the fun stuff for the weekend, which, let's be real, often gets overscheduled anyway. The idea here is to try something new, a cooking class, a dance class, whatever, smack in the middle of the week.
So why does this even matter? Because learning new skills physically changes your brain. For real. An Oxford University study found that people who learned to juggle for just 6 weeks showed actual growth in the parts of their brains related to vision and space. Learning literally helps you grow.
So, when you put it all together, these 5 questions become this amazing, reusable tool. They're a simple and totally free way to check in with yourself anytime you feel a little off track. So here they are, all in one spot. These 5 questions are your own personal toolkit for a quick mental reset. It's a way to check in with your feelings, your relationships, your joys, and your energy whenever you need to.
And really, that's the biggest takeaway here. These questions don't give you answers you don't already have deep down.
They just make you pause, reflect, and access the insights that are already inside you, probably just buried under the chaos of daily life.
So now the tool is yours. Taking just a few moments to answer them honestly, well, it might just be the simplest and most effective way to find the clarity you've been looking for. So what will your answers reveal?